Are they tender? Like, are your breasts tender? That's not the only sign you're pregnant. Have you been doing the do? The do? Have you been doing the do? What's up, beautiful mamas? It is Lavi Ray, the holistic health coach and your favorite doula. And today we are talking about signs that you might be pregnant. Now, if you've been doing the do, there is a chance that you might be pregnant because that's how it works. So today I'm going to go over the basic signs that we already know about, but some signs that you might have no idea about. Okay, so the first one, like I mentioned, was breast tenderness. Are your breasts tender? Within the first week of pregnancy, you might have tender breasts. And I'm gonna look down at my notes a couple of times. Besides that, you might be moody because of the hormones. You might also have fatigue. So if you're like seriously tired, or even if you have headaches, if you're drained, you don't wanna get out of bed, lightheadedness, dizziness, all of those could be signs that you are in fact pregnant. Congratulations. Okay, something else you want to look out for is your vaginal discharge. Now, does your vaginal discharge look like it always does? Is it prolonged? So it should be white and creamy, kind of thick, and it will continue that way throughout the duration of your pregnancy. And also along the same lines is looking for spotting or implantation bleeding. So that's going to be somewhere around like the 6th day. And you're looking for bloating in this area, in your stomach area. You can't see what I'm touching, but in your stomach area, you might be bloated. You might be actually bloated like all over. You might feel a little puffy. So there's some tenderness in the way that you look. There's tenderness in the way that you feel overall, like feeling drained or feeling moody. And so there's just some like uneasiness, like things are just not the same as usual. Another thing that we are all aware of is nausea. So most women, like upwards of 60% of women, do get nauseous in their first and second trimester. And it tends to taper off by the second trimester. But I know for myself, I was so nauseous, I couldn't stand smells of anything. I couldn't even eat anything. My mom had to juice for me for the first couple of weeks that I was pregnant. And then she was like, I think you're pregnant. I was like, no, I am not pregnant. Just because I do the do doesn't mean I'm pregnant. Yeah, you were pregnant. Baby number 2, my husband and I. So nausea is a sign of early pregnancy. And I was up checking everything. I was sick. I felt like I had food poisoning, like I was stuck on the floor. I didn't know what was going on. Duh. All right, the next thing that you want to look for is constipation. So you might actually either be constipated or you might have a lot of diarrhea, but sometimes it's constipation, like your digestional tract is just slowing down. And so you may be constipated when you go to the restroom. So you can take like a laxative if you want to, a dieter's tea. It's really not necessary because this is just the process of what's happening. Oh, and your body temperature might go up. That is something that I noticed. I noticed being warmer, like I just felt hotter or warmer. I was uncomfortable in the morning. It was just a little too hot for me. And that's something I noticed. And my husband noticed it, like he would touch me and be like, yeah, you feel like hot, you feel warmer than normal. Excessive gas, your partner might also notice that, even if you deny it. Burping, belching, and other forms of gas. And you might just find some intestinal distress as well. Okay, nasal stuffiness, nosebleeds, those are also signs, though not very common, but your nose might be stuffy. Like I said, your body in general might just not feel right. So if you see any of these signs, like 2 or 3 of these signs, you might think to yourself, okay, I am pregnant, and this can be within the first week. So what do you do if you think that you're pregnant? Now here on this channel, we want to have the healthiest babies and the healthiest mamas. So I want you to be prepared for pregnancy and for childbirth. So if you think you're pregnant, start drinking more water. Like if you're not already drinking at least half of your body weight in ounces, you need to start doing that now. So like if you weigh 150 pounds, half of that is 75, you need to be drinking at least 75 ounces of water per day. Also, go ahead and grab a prenatal. Prenatal vitamins are awesome whether or not you're pregnant. But If you are pregnant, you want to start taking folate like right away. Folic acid is going to be in your prenatal vitamins, and that helps with your baby's brain development. It helps prevent neurological birth defects. So just jump on that right away. It doesn't hurt to go to the grocery store and buy red raspberry leaf tea. Now, I swear by red raspberry leaf tea. I drank it during my first pregnancy throughout the entire thing, and that by far was a very easier pregnancy and delivery than my second one. My second one wasn't bad, but like I was on that red raspberry leaf tea. For my second son, I was like, oh, maybe it's not the same, and I didn't drink as much, and really my delivery just wasn't as smooth as the first one. Grabbing some books, What to Expect When You're Expecting. That is like my go-to book. That's what I read while I was pregnant. I learned so much from that. Besides like my doula training, like I learned the bulk of what I knew about babies from What to Expect When You're Expecting. Another book is The Wonder Weeks, and that goes into like your baby's development and making sure you have a healthy baby. So grab that, and also Crib Sheet. Those are my 3 books that I would recommend that you want to just grab if you think you're pregnant or if you want to get pregnant and you're planning to get pregnant and you end up having to adopt a baby, you get a newborn. Those 3 books are awesome for just your baby's development. So I would get those if you want to be a parent, if you want to be a mother. And that's about it. There were a couple things on my list that I missed, like a change in your sex drive. You might have heartburn, you might have metal taste in your mouth for you. So if you're experiencing that, go ahead and grab your pregnancy test, schedule an appointment with your OB-GYN. You, my friend, may just be pregnant. And if you want a healthy pregnancy and baby, come back here, subscribe, follow us. All right, love you. Bye.